Episode number 1. Here we go.
Every now and then you're gonna need some good advice, like investing in stocks or getting rid of lice. Don't worry about it, Jack. Just open your ears. Glenn and Phil are in the house. Wise idiots are here. Wise idiots. Podcast. The Wise idiots. Podcast. The Wise idiots. Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Wise Idiots podcast with Phil Giroux and I. That didn't sound very sincere, did it?
That sounded great. That's not fake right there.
You know, whenever I read stuff like that, I always feel insincere. Like I feel
Really?
dirty. Yeah.
Well, it sounds good. It's got the right sort of vibe to it. I like that vibe.
So what are we doing here, my friend?
What are we doing? What
Yeah.
are we doing? Like we've got like in terms of format or in terms of what is this show going to be about? Who are we and what is this show? And why do we think we should have a show?
Well,
And is it really a show? I mean, in the old days you would have a show, but it's just two guys on their fucking staring at computers in their underwear, each in their house, and we got a couple of emails from some friends, and we're gonna have like a couple some downloads, some MP3 downloads.
so we're thinking about doing this. We talked about it, and I think initially we talked maybe monthly. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. Sure.
I was thinking the first day of every month.
Is that too like in the age of like smartphones and podcasts? Is that too much of a gap? Like 1 month?
Yeah, but we're old. That's part of the problem here.
So it's for our age.
You know,
Look, there could be months where we do it twice. There'll be those treats.
those will be treats. You know, how about this? If people are having lots of problems,
Right.
and need advice,
Jump in.
you know, maybe we'll jump in and try to give them a hand.
We'll scale to the amount of problems and advice that's needed.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets to a crazy amount of problems out there, we'll do it daily if we have to.
Yeah. You know, maybe we can get paid. We can get paid as professional advice givers.
Sure, of course we can. I mean, absolutely. There's people that do this for a living. We can too.
So you might know more about this though, but could we get sued for doing this?
For doing this.
Like, let's say we give a piece of advice and
No, we're going to have a disclaimer. Our disclaimer is that this is not real advice. It's only for entertainment purposes and yada, 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 yada.
don't sue. If you do anything, you lose like a limb, or you get divorced, or you lose all your money because we tell you to do something that's stupid.
It's just entertainment. It's like it's just entertainment.
Right.
It's entertainment.
So we're giving advice, but
We're giving entertainment advice.
we're giving entertainment. So it might be good sometimes. You know, we might hit it,
Yeah, it's just entertainment. It's just entertainment.
but sometimes it might be bad.
Right. I mean, if there's a very serious problem that is like, holy shit, like let's not go there.
Yeah. We probably won't do those because that'd be Debbie Downer too, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But overall, it's just entertainment.
So I did get I posted this on Facebook. And not really expecting any kind of input. I set up a phone number. It would be nice to hear people's voices, you know,
of course.
because it is a podcast. I'd
Absolutely.
be able to put it in. So I didn't get any calls. I'm sorry. I did get 2 calls, and both calls were completely unrelated to advice giving. So I don't think
What were they related to?
they're related to a former entertainment thing that we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And so usually, Phil, I'll be honest, usually I delete those really quick.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's a whole other. We'll save that for some other show.
yeah, maybe
Way in
someone
the future.
should be giving me advice on that, like a professional.
Oh boy.
Just but that's a different topic altogether. But I did get some Facebook messages and a couple of emails.
Okay.
And so I figured, like every episode, maybe we can do about 5 questions. That sounds
Yeah,
about
of course.
right.
Well, that sounds about right.
And
It's peace.
and go from there.
Easy breezy.
All
Yeah,
right.
Of course.
So, Question.
Shall we ease into question number 1? And I'm imagining a drum roll in my head right now.
Question number 1.
Okay.
By the way, from another country.
Okay. Do you know which country?
I do. Hello there, Phil and Glenn from merry old England.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm a big fan and I love the show so far, despite it being the first one.
He hasn't even heard the show.
Well, that's right.
That's awesome.
So, well, is it though, or is he a liar?
I mean, I like this guy already, somehow.
Okay. So
Is it a guy? I don't even...
It is. It is
Okay,
a guy.
awesome. Okay.
So here's his question. I'm currently in the middle of moving house
Okay.
and getting my own place at last.
Nice.
By the way, moving house. I guess that's a
Moving.
British.
It must be.
Huh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless he
Moving
was on an
house.
iPhone and it's a weird like a kind of an autocorrect with a word missing in between.
Oh yeah. It doesn't seem though. It's like I'm moving house.
House. Yeah.
Wow. We're actually learning from this.
Yeah.
So during this current economic crisis, do you think
Is
it
there
would
really still a current economic crisis? I mean, it's kind of over.
maybe in his personal life?
Right. Okay.
Do you think it would be cheaper to move all my crappy furniture from A to B with me? Or just hide it all in the attic of this house I'm just about to leave?
Oh boy.
Then buy
He's asking the right guy.
yes, then buy a whole load of new used crappy furniture from charities
Oh boy.
and exploit their free delivery service. Thusly, by the way, is thusly an actual word?
It again. I mean, British.
British?
It sounds like a word we're learning.
So thusly saving
I've never used. I don't think I've ever seen thusly, but it sounds legitimate. I'm going to start using it.
THUSLY.
It really
Thusly.
flows like it makes sense.
Makes you sound smart.
Yeah, I know. This guy, he sounded dumb at first. Now he's made up for it.
Thusly is saving myself the cost of the removal company and risk of theft / damage.
Right. Then what's his name?
So it's Vinny from England.
Oh, awesome. Well,
And by the way, I've chatted with Vinny in the past, and he seems like a really good guy. Cool. And I think he's a stand-up in England.
oh, nice.
So-
That's nice. Well, I mean, moving is wow. I mean, I've moved so many times that I've over the years have developed a bit of a system. So I can say what mine is, and then I can kind of put it in context for this guy. I've moved so many times that over the years I've narrowed it down to all that I really need is my passport, my laptop, and my wallet. And you end up with stuff. You put it in boxes. You move your boxes, the few that you have, and you just don't unpack them. So that when you have to move the next time, it's ready to go. You just take those and you just move.
So how about furniture?
So same with furniture. Like, I mean, just get rid of it. You don't even need. It's a nightmare to move furniture in England. Oh, is this guy in London, all downtown, all crazy?
I think he's in, if I remember well, he's in northern England somewhere, like Manchester or something. Not that matters, but
just chuck it in the garbage and go to IKEA and buy yourself some new stuff.
well, he wants to exploit. He's buying it from crappy furniture from charities and exploit their free delivery service.
That's wow. That's clever.
Like this isn't IKEA level here.
Hardcore, yeah.
This isn't even IKEA. This is
he's what's important here is that he's got a system. He's got a clever system.
yeah.
And he's not just thinking like traditional, like move from A to B and do it in a traditional way. He's got like efficiency systems, and it's clever.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Like I'm thinking if there's something of real value that he's going to feel like it's part of his life, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
which would probably be most of it would not be that.
Yeah.
So whatever's left from that, if there's one or two things that you really like, take those. The rest, just leave it there, or chuck it out on the street.
And you'll feel good. You'll feel good
Yeah.
about yourself because you're going to have all this new crappy furniture instead of having the old crappy furniture.
Whatever's going to make your move as easy as possible is is how it should be done, because it's not super fun to move. I guess it kind of is fun, but it's easier if you don't really have a lot of stuff to move.
I gotta tell you, I'm with you. When I moved,
I mean, Glenn, when I moved,
I know we did it.
I mean, everything was in my car.
We did it very differently.
I mean,
and I regret it.
It fit in my car.
I know. I moved back with you, and it fit.
I know.
It was all still in your car. although every time we parked in a parking lot at a hotel,
What the fuck?
we went searching for like parking spots with lights because you're worried that your stuff was going to get stolen.
I mean, it just stood out so much. It was like regular car, and then the car with like 1,000 boxes. We couldn't even see in the rearview mirror.
Including that night in St. Louis at the casino when we almost got jacked.
Yep. Absolutely. There would have been a lot to jack in my car. Not that much, just a bunch of junk.
I tell you, that's one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life, too, was when I moved to California. I had shitty old furniture, like IKEA style.
Yeah, you moved it all.
I spent...
And did you put it on a train or something like that?
I put it on a truck, and it cost me $5,000 to $6,000, I think.
Oh, my God.
So how stupid is it to move used furniture that isn't worth $5,000 and to spend $5,000 to move it?
Yeah, so essentially this guy should
get rid of it.
Do that. Yeah. Get rid of whatever you don't like. Get rid of pretty much everything except stuff that you like really, really want to keep, which should be like no more than 10% of the stuff. And the rest, just give it away or just chuck it or just call someone to come pick it up and give it to charity or whatever.
So the only thing I might add to this, though, is with the new used crappy furniture, is the risk of getting bed bugs.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that. Yeah, he's better off I was going to say, so for the second portion of that, just go to IKEA and buy some new stuff.
But
it's not that expensive.
I don't think he can afford it, though, by the sounds of what
if this guy's using the word thusly, he can afford it.
You think so?
He's using that word. This guy's not a chump here. He's not a uneducated guy. He's probably a banker.
No, he's a comedian.
He's probably a comedian banker. Like he does both. Banking during the day, stand up at night.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I'm with you then. Ditch
in my mind, that's what I imagine this guy is.
Ditch the stuff. Move. Buy new stuff.
Buy new stuff, but don't buy a lot of new stuff. Like, just keep it minimalist. What do you need? You need a bed, like a futon, and a TV. Done. 1, 2, 3.
Done.
Yeah.
Let's go to question number 2.
Okay.
Question number 2. My girl. So this is related to an apartment once again.
Oh yeah. A lot of dwellings related.
It's on people's minds, I guess. So my girlfriend and I have been renting an apartment together for a few years.
Oh yeah.
We're now talking about buying a condo to move into.
Wow.
Is this a good idea?
And what's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff. Okay. So he's been living with his girlfriend for a while. Now he's thinking of buying a condo, and I wonder why a condo versus a house. But generally, he's looking at buying a place.
One of the unfortunate things is Jeff didn't tell us in the email where he lives.
Yeah, because that would be one of my questions.
Yeah.
Where are you? Depending on where you are, it might be okay to buy a condo or a house, and depending on where you are, it might be a really bad idea or just bad timing. Yeah, because
it's... So let's look at it from a relationship point of view. So I guess my question to him was, I'm assuming that he and his girlfriend are like solid?
Probably solid to that level. Yeah.
Yeah. Because going into buying a place, like usually you should have like at least a 5-year minimum. Is that the rule of thumb?
I'm not sure if it's the rule of thumb, but I would say if it's less than 2, it's very risky. If it's more than 5, it's probably becoming on the weird side for her. not for him.
No, but usually when you buy a new place, though, you should have like isn't there like a 5-year plan where you assume that the fluctuations of the market will.
Oh, you're talking about. I was just talking about like him and her. Like,
oh no.
Sorry, you're into like
Money
and shit. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. I guess no. There's both. I just derailed this big time.
I mean, it depends on what the condo is going to cost and what the monthly is and what they feel comfortable affording, and if he's ready to buy real estate, if they both have solid jobs. Sounds like they're probably in a metropolitan area because they're talking condo. It also like condos there's so many condos now that I'm not sure that craze of them going through the roof in valuation like 10 years ago. But he's probably not asking this from an investment perspective. It sounds more like a relationship type.
I don't know. Is this a good idea? I figured it was both. Mm-hmm. So I do know that condos typically in a good market, they're the last things that go up in value.
Right.
And in a bad market, they're the first things that go down. Mm-hmm. So right there.
Yeah, that's not good. That's we'll put an X in that column.
Especially where the market is right now.
My gut, I'm not sure that I have like an amazing, like articulate answer that really explains everything. My gut is leaning a little bit towards no. Not a good idea. But that's just my gut.
That's what my gut is too right now.
Right. So it sounds like we're both leaning towards no, Jeff.
If this
we're not saying dump her. We're just saying
hold off.
Hold off on buying the condo.
And I don't think it doesn't have anything to do with the relationship. I just think buying a condo right now might not be the best investment to make.
Now, if Jeff wants to contact us, give us a bit more information around some of the other kind of variables, like where is he, more about the situation, we'd be happy to zoom in on a follow-up question.
You know, one thing I used when I bought my place was that there are these calculators online that called rent or buy.
Right.
So you put in how much you're paying for rent and then how much you're going to be spending on a place and how much your mortgage is going to be with your taxes and all that stuff. And it kind of does a comparison of the two to see on a long term which one is going to be the best investment.
Right. And how did that work out?
How did that work out? Well, I ended up buying a place, but I didn't buy a condo. I bought a house. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm kind of old school, so I like owning property.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't know if that's a good thing anymore.
I'm not feeling it for Jeff. I'm leaning towards no, not a good idea.
Like I like the fact that every year I'm putting down, through my mortgage, I'm paying it down, and at the end of a year I can look at my statement and go, oh, I put down like several $1,000s on my house. But at the same time, I just got like this bill. We just had to put a new furnace in, and it cost us like a shitload.
Taxes are ridiculous. What do you get for that? You get nothing.
Yeah, so
absolutely nothing.
And
like your property taxes.
So I do like the home ownership feel. You know what I mean?
Right, but is that an old school feel?
I think so. I don't know anymore.
The same way that old Italian guys like to drink their little coffees. I mean, is it that kind of a feeling? Like,
I mean, why did you buy your place?
I don't know why I just said that, but
why did you buy your place?
Yeah, I guess same reasons you're mentioning, but I'm thinking more from a timing perspective. It's probably like at the, like the old analogy that was all kind of bullshit anyways, but like stuff like peak oil or those kinds of terms. Like right now, like real estate is just, I don't see it going through the roof. If anything, affordability has peaked. Mm-hmm. Or bottomed, I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
I mean, one thing that might play into this is they're expecting interest rates to go up.
Like, no, they're going up, down. Some countries they're going down. They're going down here. They're still going down. They can go negative. They're negative in several countries right now. Interest rates.
So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I mean, that could have an effect on the price of homes short term.
It could.
Yeah.
But go with your gut, Jeff. Ours says no. Just from an entertainment perspective.
See, right now we could be churning out like advice that ruins their lives.
It's just entertainment here. It's
Like,
just like
he goes, "I'm gonna do what Glenn and Phil said."
yeah, the experts. They're experts.
And she dumps him because she feels like he won't commit to her.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's shouldn't be listening to our show. All right, well, let's good luck, Jeff. Good luck, Jeff.
Good luck, Jeff. And
Enjoy whatever you do.
Let us know how it goes.
Right on.
Question number 3. Hello, idiots. I love the fact
Is that you and I guess?
Yes, I guess so. I have a trip planned in a couple of weeks from now, but I'm kind of nervous about flying after the German air crash that just happened.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I'm almost tempted to cancel the trip if it wasn't for the money I would lose. Am I going to be okay?
Well, again,
So a caveat here is you're a big aviation buff.
yeah, I think you'll be fine. I mean, weird shit happens all the time with anything and everything, and trying to predict stuff is impossible because there's just too many possibilities on things, and it really comes down to how you think. If you're the kind of person that gets scared of stuff, then that's fair. But you can also just not worry about it, just go by your life, and shit, man, if a meteorite hits you, it will. But don't worry about stepping out of your house because you might get hit by a meteorite. But statistically, it's very unlikely that that'll happen. And trying to predict that is going to drive you crazy. I'd say just go on your trip and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's
Of course, I wouldn't stop.
So you love to fly.
Oh my God, I'd fly even more.
Like I remember you telling me once that you'd be okay with going down.
Well, I mean, if it's going to happen,
If you're going to die in an aircraft, you're okay with that.
Of course. If that's how it goes down, and it's just going to happen. I mean, you're not controlling it anyways. If you're a passenger,
So
you can't stop living. You can't stop. Okay, so are you going to stop driving your car because you heard that 3 days ago in your city there was a car accident where 2 people died? I mean, you can think about that and you can ask yourself, well, maybe I shouldn't drive anymore, or maybe I shouldn't go in cars, or maybe I shouldn't take a train anymore because I heard last year there was a train that derailed, or and for reasons X, Y, Z, or like a cruise ship sank 2 years ago and I shouldn't go on a cruise, or you could go on and on and on and on. But I mean, that's just worrying for the sake of worrying. And some people do that.
Have you ever switched flights based on the type of plane you're on?
No.
Oh, I have.
Really?
I absolutely have.
I prefer like nice modern planes. Obviously, I have my preference on planes.
Back in the 90s, I was working with, the same company you were working with.
Yeah.
And I was flying from here in Ottawa to Toronto.
Okay.
Quite often.
Yeah.
And back in the late 90s, Air Canada still had DC-9s.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, and DC-9s were a nightmare to me.
They were beyond their end of life.
I think I may have flown with you once. And
many times on probably DC-9s, I think.
So I don't like flying, but I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't stop me from flying. It's not something I enjoy. Also because you're crushed and you feel uncomfortable, and
right.
It's a long time spent in a crowded area with
We've been on long flights together, you and I, a million times.
I have changed flights though. When in the past, when I remember getting my ticket and seeing a DC-9,
wow,
and knowing that I could transfer my flight to because there was one hourly. I remember pushing it back an hour so I could get on to an Airbus instead of a DC-9.
That's probably worth it, but those options are probably not there in the same way that they were back then. Like you wouldn't see a DC-9 anymore.
No, but what I'm trying to say is maybe when people are about to book a flight, that might be something to consider the airline that you're flying with as well.
Yeah, but how crazy would it be if you switched airlines and flights and that one went down?
I mean, what are the odds of going down with a cheap charter over a major? You know what I mean?
They're a little bit higher because their maintenance records typically are like a little bit more slackish. But
don't they take the old planes?
sorry, don't they take the old planes? What do you mean?
Don't these charters buy up the used planes that main airlines?
Yeah, but if they're maintained well, again, sure, an old plane is probably not as good as a new plane, but if it's maintained well, an old Corvette is probably almost as good as a brand new like Honda Accord, but not really on face value. You know what I mean? Like yes and no, but like as far as your A to B is concerned, you won't really notice the difference other than one's got a wicked engine and rad noise.
So psychologically, though, when I go into a brand new plane, I instantly feel safer.
They are safer. They are overall safer. There's more stuff in there that is designed for safety. The same way that old Corvette doesn't have an airbag, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's funny, like one of the planes that I've always considered to be really safe is the Airbus 320.
Sure, it is.
Which happens to be the same. I mean, what happened in Germany or in the Alps is not. That's a different. It wasn't a mechanical failure. But this week there was a crash from an Air Canada flight from.
The Halifax one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that was also an Airbus A320.
Yes, but that was a very unique situation.
And the Indonesian flight was also an A320.
Yeah, but A320s are super popular.
Is that just why? Because there's so many of them? Oh, okay.
Like 737s and A320s are like, 8 out of 10 planes that you see flying are one
nowadays. Okay.
Kind of. Not exactly, but kind of. So I would not. I definitely would not. In fact, if he's asking that question just to begin with, he probably needs a vacation. So
yeah, I'm saying too, like maybe like a few drinks.
Yeah,
that might calm him down.
Sure, if he's thinking about that.
I've taken.
But you know what I mean? Like I was on the train a week after, like a while back last year. There's a train that derailed in Toronto, like on the way to Toronto.
Right. Yeah.
And like that's not going to stop me from taking the train.
Right.
But
so don't let these things get to you. Just go on with your life.
Oh, absolutely. Fucking fly more.
And that's also part of the problem with media right now. Because there's such a huge onslaught of the stuff that you get freaked out because you're seeing it everywhere.
You get freaked out if you tune into it.
Yeah, that's true.
So just don't tune into that stuff because depending on the kind of person you are, you'll get scared by stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone, but some people like actually get scared. They get really terrified, and it's almost like a mini trauma in their head. Yeah. And it really sticks to them, and then they get really scared. So, yeah, go on the vacation. Do it.
Have a few drinks.
Yeah.
One thing I do sometimes is I take this herb called valerian root.
Oh, wow.
It takes the edge off. Another thing you might want to consider doing, by the way, is just go to see your doctor and get something like an Ativan or whatever it is.
Just have a couple of beers.
Yeah, a couple of beers.
That'll smoothen you out.
You'll be fine. And listen to our podcast, our new podcast while you're flying.
The other thing you could do is you could get these Bose headphones, and in your iPod, as you're about to take off, play some like crazy super loud punk death metal, like super fast, as you're taking off, like some speed metal. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's taking it to the next level. Next question.
Awesome. I'm going to do that.
Oh God, I've done that. I used to do that at the dentist actually. When I got my wisdom teeth pulled, I remember putting on Skinny Puppy.
Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy would be perfect for that.
Getting the gas through my nose with Skinny Puppy playing.
I got into a car crash listening to Skinny Puppy. It was amazing, and I think it's because of that. It was great, and I was like, this is perfect. This is part of the experience of listening to Skinny Puppy.
Is crashing your car?
Yeah. It was like, wow, it's perfect.
But you're still alive.
Oh yeah, no, it was a small. No problems.
Question number 4. So good. Oh, by the way, that was from Tony. So good luck, Tony.
Nice.
And,
good luck, Tony. Yes, absolutely. Enjoy your vacation.
Enjoy your vacation. Question number 4. Okay, this one is, I'm not sure why, but I'm extremely attracted to Vladimir Putin. I often, like, I don't know.
Nice.
I'm not sure if
you've
this
seen
is...
the pictures of him with his shirt off, and he's like riding a horse or like wrestling tigers.
I saw a good one of him today, actually, in a karate uniform.
Oh, that's wicked. The guy, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So here goes. I often get aroused.
Now,
when
sorry, do we know, maybe you'll say it at the end, is this from a guy or a girl?
It's a girl, but she asked that her name be kept anonymous.
Oh, wicked. Okay.
Someone I know.
Okay, so you know who it is.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not sure if she...
Do I know this person?
No.
Okay.
No, you do not.
Okay.
You do not.
So she's attracted to Vladimir Putin.
Apparently, I'm not sure if she's a funny girl. So I'm not.
Awesome.
You know, this could be something that annoys.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super weird so far because I can see, like I said, like the guy's wrestling tigers. And,
so I often get aroused when I see him on the news. I find this weird because I've never been into older men in my personal life.
how old is Putin? Is he like 50 something, 55?
Ooh, I think he's in his 60s now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she says, I'm in my mid-30s.
Okay.
Can you guys explain this to me?
I mean, I can. I think I can. He's first of all, he's a figure of power and authority, of a very strong figure of power and authority. He's so checkmark number 1. You know, very established guy, very clever and sneaky, and a bit of that sort of badass mobster kind of shtick going on, but in a very gaudy sort of
Joe Pesci.
In a very sort of Russian sort of, way.
Robert De Niro in Casino type of way.
Yeah, but sort of the Russian version of that, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy's got his shirt off like half the time.
And he works out.
Yeah, he works out. Shit, that's like not 3 strikes. That's 3 checkers. I mean, shit. I mean,
he's also rich.
Yeah, he's loaded. Dude, I mean, the guy's like probably got $50 billion in the bank somewhere.
Right.
He's super loaded. Yeah. He's got his own jet.
I mean, this. He's got his own jet. He can destroy the planet Earth with the press of a button. So I guess this is just, it's normal.
It's not weird. It's totally normal. I'm surprised there's not more chicks into him.
I mean, there must be, I guess.
I mean, maybe they don't come out. Maybe she's coming out. But I'm surprised not more chicks go like, I dig him.
He seems like he would be a jerk though, in personal life.
Does he?
I don't know, like, KGB.
Yeah, if you're on his bad side, maybe.
Like maybe abusive. But he seems like he'd be abusive, man.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He's probably a rad guy to hang out with. He's like, "Lo, Glenn, don't push this button."
I mean, it's not like Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton seemed like he was like a kind of like a hokey, nice guy,
right?
But powerful,
right?
And I mean, clearly women were into him,
right? But I mean, Putin.
I guess it's the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's just it's a man of power.
He's definitely a man of power, absolutely, of huge power.
Do you think she should be seeking out men like that in her personal life?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But she's never been attracted to men like that in her personal life. But it's weird when she sees them on TV.
If she's writing this and she's saying that she is, then she is. You're saying she's never gone out and like sought out.
I guess that's what she says. I've never been into older men in my personal life. I'm in my mid-30s.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's weird. I think it's totally normal.
Maybe as you get older too, your tastes change.
Like, how old was Seinfeld's girlfriend a few years ago? Like, he was like, what, 50 and she was like 17?
I think 19 or something like that.
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, that's, it's not like socially like super weird. Like in Quebec, that's totally normal.
So are you comparing Seinfeld to Vladimir Putin?
In terms of the age difference, and like Seinfeld was the comedian version of Putin. He was like comedically powerful.
Yeah, he
and
was.
Rich.
And rich. Yeah.
Probably also had his own jet.
Probably like equal in the looks department.
Yeah. It's not historically, it's not like the weirdest thing. It's not even weird, I think.
So yeah, nothing to worry about here. Just
No,
go.
nothing to worry about. Exactly. Totally normal.
This is just totally normal. Enjoy.
30s too. Like that's not even,
Yeah.
she's not like super young or anything.
Yeah. You're old enough. You know what you like.
She's not 18.
No, she's not.
Or like 19.
So enjoy watching the news.
Yeah.
It's something to look forward to when Russia's in the news.
Totally.
And have fun.
Absolutely.
we
Absolutely.
go.
Glad we can help.
Yes. Question number 5. The last question for today.
Oh, wow. Already. Jesus.
Already, yeah. Hey, Glenn and Phil. I have a lot of problems and look forward to sharing them all with you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You guys look like you probably have a lot of them as well. This Oh boy. This new show is a great idea for people like us.
Okay. Does he mean people like him or people like us as in you and I? Like
I think he means the triangle.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I think he's trying to suck us into his world. Yes.
Okay. Let's see what else he says.
So I saw your recent picture online, and it appears you guys are getting up there in age.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I always, by the way, I always find that funny because this has happened to me in the past. It probably happens to you too, but a few of the people listening to this might remember us from television in 1995.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
So they see a picture of us now in 2015. 20 years
like
have gone
20
by.
years later.
When they compare us to that,
Like you look like you've aged a few years. That's weird, man.
it's weird. So what I want those people to do is to take a picture of them or look at a picture of themselves in 1995.
Right.
And today, and just like do a comparison and put them next to ours, and just to see the progression in what has happened with their bodies.
I think most people will get it that like if 20 years goes by, you're gonna age a little bit.
No, dude, I think some people think you don't age. It's like you're not supposed to. It's weird. Just because you've been on television.
Right. That you're frozen permanently in that screen.
Like I think it touches a part of people's subconscious where you get locked in there and you look a certain way. Then all of a sudden,
yeah, I'm sure that just thinking of the TV shows when I was a kid, watching all those TV shows. I'm sure if I saw someone from those shows today, I'd be like, holy fuck, that guy looks old.
Well, funny enough, I saw Van Halen this week. They played on Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Wow.
And I saw David Lee Roth, and he looks like a corpse. and I was like, holy shit, that guy's aged. So, I mean, it works the other way, too.
One guy that I'll give you one exception. We were doing the show many years ago. Okay, I'll just cut right to it. When we were doing the show in New York, and we had Tom Wopat from the Dukes of Hazzards on the show. Yeah. So I grew up with that show, and I'm talking like way back here in the 80s. And when we saw him in the late 90s, yeah, it was totally like super late 90s. He still looked the same. He still looked like he had not aged, and I was like, that's amazing. He must be eating a lot of like spinach or something.
Yeah, it looked like there may have been some.
So there are a few
some things going on there,
and that goes with women too, man. There's like some women, they age really really well too. But
so here I haven't even gotten to this guy's question, and I'm totally derailing this. Oh my god! So his question is: I saw your recent picture. And it appears you guys are getting up there in age, so you'll probably relate to my question today. I got a haircut this week and noticed I'm starting to get a lot of gray hairs.
Okay.
Should I be doing something about it?
Doing something about it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like I'd say no, but I've got some too. I mean, it's not a problem. It's not often. This is a guy, right?
It's not often that you hear a question from a guy asking about it.
This is a guy. Yeah. That's
like I know women tend to be really sensitive about this stuff, and they'll get. I think it's more common for women.
Guys don't even shouldn't care.
Yeah, we barely shower.
Right, and a bit of gray hair on a guy, that's probably a bonus.
Like,
Yeah.
first of all, be thankful you still have hair, right?
That's not a problem.
Like, be thankful you still have hair.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem.
I would say flaunt it and just point it out in a rad way, and it's a plus. It's not even a neutral. It's not a problem.
Stop worrying about crap like that. Who cares what you look like?
Don't worry about it. Absolutely not.
The more you worry about crap like that, the more stressed you'll become, and the more gray hairs will start popping out of your head.
Exactly. Maybe this is not the same guy that's afraid of flying.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
but I'm starting to realize we might get a lot of people writing in who are scared of things.
That's all right. We're here to help.
Yeah, I guess it's not something I'm scared of. I do have one thing though. I started taking methylated B vitamins, and I've noticed that so I take B vitamins every day.
Okay.
And I've noticed that my gray hair, and I read about this, that pantothenic acid, which is like vitamin B5, apparently is supposed to be good for gray hair.
Good as in what? Good as in
it kind of delaying the gray hair onslaught. So
So vitamin B?
Just eating what? Yeah, B5.
B5. Okay.
So
specifically B5.
Yeah, you should probably take a B complex. Like I take one from Thorne, and it's really good. It's like a high quality one.
Maybe I'll send you a text tomorrow when I'm down at the store, and I'll ask you like which one should I get, because I'll probably forget.
So, but I've noticed, and it's not something I've consciously tried to change about myself because I don't really care, but I've noticed that in the past 2 years or so since I've been doing this, my gray hair quota hasn't really changed.
Wow.
So maybe I'm onto something.
Maybe. Okay. Well, a little vitamin tip from Glenn here.
Yeah. So
nice. And Glenn knows his shit when it comes to vitamins.
Reduce the stress.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life. Stop worrying about this shit. And
eat healthy and be happy.
Eat healthy, be happy.
That's what this show's all about.
Yeah. Exactly.
Have a beer and get on that plane.
Yeah. Have a vacation. Eat good food, healthy food. Be happy.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, once in a while, and obviously, I mean, I do it. Eat crappy food too once in a while. I know that's not good advice, but no. I'll say it anyways.
Do what makes you happy. Just don't go crazy with it. You know what I mean?
Right. But once in a while, you can go crazy with it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, so I've gone crazy with that too. Like, you know me. Like, a couple of years ago, I started eating just healthy, and then you start getting obsessed about these things where you're thinking about it all the time, and then and that becomes crazy.
It can take over you.
Yeah, it can.
Your life.
You become this nutcase. And I have a tendency of becoming a nutcase sometimes.
Hey man, we all love you, Glenn. You're not my nutcase. You are my nutcase.
I mean, you and I, you know how it is. Like, but then
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But I understand what you're saying.
Like lately, I've been dialing it down. Like, get just have like moderation. One thing I've done is I don't really worry about things anymore. Like we're all gonna die.
Yep.
Some of us sooner than later. Just cruise in.
Just go with the flow of the current of the river,
Yeah.
Try and fight it upstream. It's pretty hard. Just get on that raft and just sail down. Just float down, enjoy the sun, have a beer in your hands, all that stuff. Good friends, good times.
Flow down the river with a big smile and have a good time.
We're not making any sense, but
I think people get it. People get it. By the way, one thing I do just in the stress department, one thing I do every now and then is I meditate.
Oh yeah.
And this is super simple to do at home. If you're feeling stressed, and I've taken my heart rate before and after within a minute, and I'm able to reduce my heart rate by about 10.
Wow.
Just by breathing in for 4 seconds.
Breathing. I was listening to
breathing out for 4 seconds.
Yeah, breathing is probably. I heard this someone's podcast. And you don't need a podcast to figure this out, but it's probably the best way to kind of like, if you just want to relax, take some nice deep breaths, and
right now, do it with me.
Okay.
Okay. 1, And breathe through your nose.
Sorry, I started already.
Okay,
I started
in through your nose and out of your nose.
Okay.
So
oh, really? Because I go in my nose and I kind of go out of my mouth. Is that bad?
no, your nose, because you're controlling the flow of air.
Right.
So so try this. Close your eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Why has it been closed the whole time? No.
Now breathe through your nose for 4, and then breathe out of your nose for 4. Okay, I'll count. 1, 2,
I screwed it up.
3. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, breathe in first.
Okay.
Okay, now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out.
Oh, sorry. I already. I already had it out at 4.
No. You're supposed to fill your lungs. Like, fill it in up until 4.
Wait, you shouldn't take any advice from me on this because I'm screwing it up.
Okay,
so.
no. Try. Fill in till 4, then
Okay.
fill out till 4.
Okay.
And let's try it a couple times. You'll see. You'll feel amazing.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm going.
Okay.
You tell me when to start.
Breathe in.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
But it worked.
So
Somehow.
no. But seriously, later on, do this in bed.
I will do it.
On your back. Put your hands on your stomach. Breathe in through your nose. 4 seconds. Breathe out for you. Oh, hey, that guy Tony. Is it Tony who's flying?
Tony, yes.
I do that often when I'm taking off.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll sit back. I'll close my eyes and I'll breathe in 4. Breathe out 4 through my nose.
There you go, Tony. That's probably the best tip.
And it totally works. It's weird.
It just relaxes you, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's our first podcast, man.
Right on. Well, I hope we've been able to help and share some wise idiot insights.
Just a reminder, if you have any questions for us by email, although we'd prefer to hear your voice, just check out wiseidiots.com.
What's the phone number?
It's I don't have the phone number handy.
310.
It's on the website.
It's on the website.
Wiseidiots.com. It's there. I also set up a Facebook page. Send us an email or a voicemail, and maybe we can.
Email is what? Is the show at wiseidiots.com?
I guess I'll set that up.
Just do a catch-all.
That's all I'll do. I'll do something. But I'll have an email set up by then.
Nice.
By the time this comes.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Well, good times, Glenn.
Okay.
Good times, and we'll get together sometime soon.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Okay. Have a good night, dude.
We'll talk soon. Good night.
Okay. Thanks, man. Bye-bye.
Look, a unicorn!
A unicorn?
Sorry, I guess it was just a regular horse.
This has been a Humplik.com presentation.